Ha, this is TJ Quake News, X that fake, yep, real news, political, gaming, movies, stick around, we about to get into TJ Quake News, let's do it. Woo! It's back, TJ Quake Ghetto News. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming back into the show here. TJ Quake Ghetto News. We're going to start off the new year, y'all. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Happy mother flipping New Year. Or is it a new year? Is it? Really? Is it? Because it sounds like we're already starting off to some crazy stuff already. White privilege is still freaking strong and well, which we're going to show you some of that today. A little bit more of that white privilege thing. And I just want to say one thing just before we really get started. For all you, SJW, Democratic, white people out there, I just want to let you guys all know. Don't need your help. Don't need your sympathy. Don't need your sorries for what happened to my people like 200 years ago, 100 years ago, everything. You guys need to live in the times today, what's going on right now, what's happening now. And as far as I'm concerned, pretty much everybody's equal. We're all living in the same country. I don't see the white privilege thing really that significant. And if there is that little bit of white privilege, well, that's only because there's still maybe a couple racist people out there that will hand you that white privilege. If you guys ever think about the white privilege thing, it's only something that gets done by somebody being more favorable to you. In other words, I could have black privilege, because there's certain things that black people, in a certain circumstances that, well, I'll get, better treatment on than, say, a white person. Like a white person can't be up here, me and my boys, and we out there saying, yeah, my nigga, what's up, my nigga? And the other white boy is coming up there, yeah, what's up, my nigga? The other black people like, what did you just say? Did you say that? I was with y'all. No, man, you ain't with us. You ain't with us on that. You can't go there. That's what black people do. So, to white people when they try to jump in the same, scenario. See, it can go both ways, ladies and gentlemen. It's just that it's all about the people that are giving you that privilege. Okay, well, black people say, well, I was stopped by a cop. The cop always says, and he'll stop me and say something like, well, can you afford that car? Can you afford that car? But they don't say that to the white guy. They don't say that to the white guy. Well, that's because you're actually talking to an actual racist. Now you're speaking to somebody who is a racist. Okay? And the only reason why he doesn't say that to the other white guy is because guess what? He's about white dominance and he believes you're beneath him. So anybody that thinks that they're beneath you, in other words, will treat you that way and so forth, and treat the other guys with equal, equality and so forth. That's just how that is. It's not about, oh, well, I'm white, I got white privilege, and I just feel, and we need to sacrifice everything and really just be on the side of black people because I feel so horrible for my white privilege and everything, which I'm about to show you guys a little video of what exactly I'm talking about. A little white boy who decides he wants to make a poem about his white privilege and that he's disgusted by it and that, well, white people need to be more aware of their white privilege and speak up when something racial happens to somebody else. I would think that would just be natural for anyone to do, regardless of race or creed or whatever. Just being a human, nice person, that would happen and everything. The only people that are not going to do that are people that are technically really racist. And, the world I live in right now, or at least in the country I live in right now, it's not really dominated by a lot of racism. But actually, if you look at the Democrats, who are actually the precipitators of this whole thing, they're the ones that you really need to look at. Those elite white Democrats. Those are the motherfuckers who are still behind sheep's clothing, but they're really wolves. Because we all know that the Democrats were the ones that wanted to keep slavery. The Democrats are the ones that are part of the Jim Crow laws. We all know this. We've spoken about this many of times. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to start off with that. A little bit of news as well. We'll get with that with the whole Mitt Romney thing, what he's saying about Trump. Here's a guy who just, got endorsed by Trump to be senator, and now he's already stabbing Trump in the back. It's crazy, people. I don't get it. So let's go ahead and look at our first video of the day of Little White Boy. And I'm going to tell you something about this because it's real ironic how he's talking about white privilege and all this stuff like that. But watch and see what the little kid does. And he's doing his little poem thing here. Let's check that out real quick. Hold on.
My name is Royce, and my poem is titled White Boy Privilege.
White Boy Privilege was an entry in a school poetry contest.
To be honest, I'm scared of what it would be like if I wasn't on the top rung, if the tables were turned and I didn't have my white boy privilege safety blanket to protect me.
Royce Mann's message was a plea from a 14-year-old white male going to a private school in Atlanta. Let everyone share his privileges.
I love it because when I see a police officer, I see someone who's on my side.
I'm just trying to be truthful and about how I wouldn't trade places with somebody, and that I think a lot of people sometimes aren't so truthful about that.
Racial division seared America last week. After Minnesota, Baton Rouge, and Dallas, Mann's poem struck a nerve online. Many loved it. Others attacked him. More than 8 million people had seen it.
Everyone should have the privileges that I have. In fact, they should be rights instead. Everyone's story should be written, so all they have to do is get it read. I get the change can be scary, but equality shouldn't be.
I'm not asking anybody to give up their lives to fight for equality. I have other dreams too. I'm just asking you to try to be an ally. Do your share. When you see something that you think is wrong, this discrimination, speak up.
It's time to let go of that fear. It's time to take that ladder and turn it into a bridge.
He also won that poetry contest. Mark Strassman, CBS News, Atlanta.
Yeah. So there you have it, peoples. Little white boy privilege and his little white boy rap, kind of rhyming, kind of like a hip hopper, Yeah, and that's why when I cut down the red line. Yeah, he's white privileged. And if anybody noticed that he was the winner, he won. Yeah, he won that competition and everything. I wonder if it was his white privilege. Because I'm sure that there was other people, like there was some black kids in there, there's some Mexican kids in there. I'm sure there was some other people of race of color that should have been able to win it, but they didn't get the chance to win because of his white boy privilege. He was so great with his style and the way he said it, and yeah, he even made it on the news, ladies and gentlemen. White boy privilege. I just kind of find it a little funny if. What he should have did is when he won the competition, the award that he got, he should have said, no, it's okay. I don't want, this should have been given to somebody else, somebody of color, because my white boy privilege got me that. And I can't have that with my whiteness and everything. He should have given the award to a black person who probably was in the competition, or a Mexican person, or a Chinese person, somebody else other than him, because he's white. And that's the real way that an SJW really should do things. See, if you white people that are so about, being for the black man and being for, the indigenous Indians or the Mexicans or whatever, any other color, race and everything that you guys feel that your ancestors came here and stole everything from, well, why don't you guys just give it back to us then? Oh, I don't see y'all doing that though. Everything. And then I trip out on some of these white, SJW kids, these little snowflakes out there and everything. They're all concerned about black people and we need to do this for black people and this and that and so forth. I'm like, okay, cool. But you know what? They're living poor. They're up there they can't even pay for college and so forth. And yet those same people, those black people that they're talking about, well, we got black people that are in freaking, NFL, NBA, all these big, huge paying, organizations where you ever notice that the predominant flow of people that are on these teams are black people? I can count on, like I said, one hand. Didn't I say that? One hand. How many white people are on the freaking NFL team sometimes? They're predominantly black. Yet they're the ones that are talking about, that they're being somehow abused and, the powers that be, the police are abusing us. So we're going to take a knee down on the flag and everything and protest, our oppression. Our oppression. We're being oppressed. Us black people are so oppressed. How are we being oppressed? You guys are dominating all the sports. Really? Making more money. That white girl that's in the daggum, college over there talking about she got white privilege. Guess what? That brother over there in the football NFL league over there, which is dominated by blacks, guess what? He could buy you 3, 4, 5 houses in a year off of what he makes. You'll probably never make that in a lifetime. You're going to go to school, you're going to struggle, you're going to have this, and of course you guys want everything for free, so you guys are all wanting socialism, so we understand that little flavor on you guys' little flow. You'll see how that gets you. That's the reason why all these motherfuckers are leaving the South American countries to come here, because socialism doesn't work! But anyway, I don't want to get all into that. So that was the little white boy and his white boy privilege video, and it's just what it is, people. Guess what? I just want to end off on this note, and I also want to tell a little bit about Mitt Romney here, because Mitt Romney, another flipneck that needs to go and everything. But guess what? Black people do not need you to feel sorry for us, white people. We do not need your tears and cries. All you're doing is making some black people go, we can utilize that. Keep giving us those tears, and we'll keep taking from you until we get all the clothes off your back and everything. Because black people will take advantage of your shit. They'll take your shits real quick. And they say, you want to give it away? They'll take it. Trust me. Mexicans, Latinos, everybody will. They'll do that. What do you think the fools over the border are doing? They're taking advantage of our freaking loopholes and our freaking laws that we have, because stupid Democratic Congress over there, or Republican Congress too, all the Republicans too, the Democrats and the Republicans, they both acting stupid as far as these daggum loopholes in our immigration system. If they fix those daggum immigration law loopholes, they wouldn't be taking advantage. But they think that they can take advantage because guess what? You guys are going, we're white privileged, and we should make sure that all you should be able to come into the country, even if you're a bunch of people that are in there that could be villains of, say, domestic crimes, child abuse, drugs, gun sale, illegal gun sales, you name it. They got it all coming in through the border. We got terrorists coming in through there. You think everybody that's going to be coming through that border is going to be all hunky-dory and nice and want to work? No! That got me coughing. No, people, stop being so stupid. They already caught something like, what was it? Something like they found something like 1,000 motherfuckers were arrested from all kinds of stuff, from gangs, MS-13. They found a whole bunch, I think it was like 300 of those they found in there. And those little caravans. Oh yeah, but let them all come in. They're all peaceful. One person that comes into this country and takes somebody's life out is one too many. So that's what your white privilege is going to freaking start doing. It's going to kill others. It's not going to just kill white people. It's going to kill blacks. It's going to kill other Mexicans. It's going to kill Chinese. It's going to kill Japanese. It's going to kill all our nice little melting pot of people that are here legally, that are trying to make a better life. Well, those fools are going to come in and ruin it. Already one has come in and killed, just a couple of weeks ago? An illegal killed a legal immigrant. Who was an actual, I believe was he a police officer or something like that, and everything. He was legal and everything. Came through the right ways, and guess what? The illegal killed the legal one. So this works against The very people that have been trying to come here and try to get that better life, now that guy's life is snuffed out. Because we let that little illegal flipneck come in here who was a criminal. Because you guys don't want to freaking really vet these people. So that's what that did. So white privilege, in my personal opinion, is dangerous. It's very dangerous because it allows for people to take advantage of your stupid generosity that you supposedly think you're giving because you think that your ancestors did something. Well, if your ancestors did it, then they did it. It's been bypassed. We live in better times now. Get on with your life and everything. I don't need you to be sorry for what your parents did back in the day and everything. As long as you're the good person and you know and you learn from your history that wasn't a good thing. Good. I'm glad you understand that. You be the better person and just, treat people with respect. The one thing the kid did say at the end is we need to be able to help people when we do see something, speak out about it. Yeah, you can speak out about it, but don't use it as some type of freaking, to give us some type of victim cards, because all you're doing is making black people and Latino people and all Mexicans, whatever, you're making it seem like we're victims. We're not victims and everything. The people back in the day might have been through that shiz and they were victims of some crazy cruelty. But guess what? So are a lot of races. This entire world has been conquered and reconquered, colonized by all kinds of different races. It wasn't just white people. So white people, get off the freaking we got white privilege bullshit. Because everybody's got a little bit of a privilege for something and everything. Gives a flip. So that's that. Oh, and last but not least, Mitt Romney. Dude, people, we all knew this fool was going to act stupid. He's already stabbing Donald Trump in the back. He's supposed to be on CNN of all places. This is the very station that was calling him all kinds of craziness. When he was running against Barack, saying he was a feminist or a misogynist because he had women's resumes in his suitcase because he was wanting to give women a job. But you remember that, Mitt? Remember that? When they were talking shiz on you? The very people that you're going to go over there and start talking shiz on Trump about, and Trump freaking endorsed you, dude, to be senator. And this is your payback? Trump, if you ever see any of this stuff, you need to stop. You need to stop being cool with these flipnicks that hate you. They hate you. Mitt Romney, he is the typical lying politician. That's a lying politician. He says what he wants to say to get you guys to give him your vote, and then he turns right back and he stabs you all in the frickin' back. That's what he is. Mitt Romney is a frickin' punk ass, and I can't stand his frickin' dumb flip. He's a Republican. You need to go over to the Democratic side, dude. That's where you belong. We already got rid of Flake. Why do we need another Flake and everything? Jeff Flake, he's gone now. We don't have to deal with him. Now we got Mitt now. Now we got to deal with Mitt Romney. There was McCain and freaking Jeff Flake. Now we got to deal with freaking Mitt Romney, who says he's going to swear up and down he's going to try to ruin things for Trump. Well, guess what, Mr. Mitt? Ruining things for Trump ruins things for us, the people. Think about that. Oh, but you don't really give a shit, do you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. TJ Quake, Ghetto News. We'll be coming at you with more craziness in the new year, 2019. Dang. We're getting close to the end, people. It's getting close. You guys have a funky day. Ha, this is TJ Quake News. X that fake. Yeah, real news. Political, gaming, movies. Stick around. We about to get into TJ Quake News. Let's do it.